Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. Well, today, as promised from yesterday's video, I'm going to do two numbers from our nesting dies. We're going to do the number 5 and the number 6 in the one video. So we'll do the number 5 first, and for that you will need 4 different dies to make 2 different frames that look like this. So the first one you will need is a square die, which is 2 inches square, and a square die which is 1 inch square. We'll get the dies out of the way first, then I'll show you how we're going to make them into a number. Then you will need 2 nesting circles, one at 2 inches and one at 1¼ inches. And all of these measurements will be in the description below this video. Just click on the word more and it'll drop down and you'll see everything you need to know. So, and I'll give you the measurements and the dies for the number 6 when we get there. So let's do the number 5 first. So to do this, on this top part here, we need, what you do incidentally, you just put the small die inside the biggest one and run it through to make a frame like this. And you do exactly the same with your circle die. And so for this one, what we're going to do, for this top corner, we're just going to cut that piece away there, and when we get to the bottom we're going to cut it horizontally. So you cut that one, that one you cut horizontally, and that one you cut vertically. It depends which way you're holding it really. So cut that down like that, and we don't need this bit, so we'll pop that to one side. We'll just discard that for now. And what we're going to do, I'm going to use my red runner tape just to make it a bit quicker and make the video go smoother. What we're going to do to begin with is make sure we've got it the right way round for one thing, and stick that part down, but don't stick that part down just yet, because what we're going to do, I've already measured it out just to make the video a bit easier. We need to mark it out. So what you need to do, you need to put your die where you think you need it, and we're going to cut it where that sits, and we're going to cut it where we want the 5 to end. So I've made 2 marks. One, I don't know if you can see the marks, but you'll see how I'm cutting it. So you cut that one straight across. Oh, didn't quite go across, so we can always sort it out afterwards. That's brilliant. And that one I've cut there. So again, whoops, that's all right. We're making a sort of C shape, but not quite. And what we're going to do, we're going to put that under there like that. So that's going to come out and sit like that. So all we need to do now is glue it down. So turn it over, put some adhesive on it, turn it back again, just line it up where you want it to be. I don't want mine to go all the way around. I like my 5s to be a little bit short of the mark, so to speak. I like my 5s like that. And then all we need to do is pop some adhesive on that part, stick it down, and you have a number 5. If you want it to come round a bit further, in fact I'll show you, you can do that. You can swing it round a bit further if you want it to, just lift it up. So if you want it round a little bit further than that, just push it down like that, and you will have it further. And if you've got any little bits like that, just snip them off, that's no problem whatsoever. And then you have a number 5. And if you've got a bit up here, actually, do you know what, we could, as long as you don't stick it down too much to begin with, you can fiddle about with this until your heart's content. So we'll pop that down. So once it's down, just fiddle with it till you're happy, and I'm quite happy with that. So there is our number 5. I'm going to pop that to one side, get all the debris out of the way very quickly, grab a new card, and we're going to go swiftly on to number 6. So for your number 6, you will need a square die which measures 4 inches square and just cut or score a little piece. So you needed about 4 inches, maybe slightly smaller. It's up to you really, but you needed it slightly under ½ an inch. So we're going to put that there. You will need the same 2 circular dies as we made for the number 5, which is a number 2 or 2 inches diameter and 1½ inches diameter. And if you haven't, if you remember it, during our number, when we made our number 2, I suggested that we keep the top half, or one of the halves, when we cut it in half, I suggested that you keep it. If you've kept that, we're going to use it. If you haven't kept it, that's absolutely fine. Just make another one of these circles and chop it in half, and you'll only need half of that. So we've got everything we need now for our number 6. So I was fiddling around with this to see which way would be the best way to put it together, and I think it works best, for me anyway, it works best if we put, oh, let's go in a little bit further, put that bit down first, and then what we're going to do, we're going to run some adhesive. You can use glue if you want to, and just decide where you want that bit. So just move it around until you're happy with it. I think that looks about right to me. So you could just leave it like that if you don't want the fancy bit. She says, oh, there it is. I was looking for the fancy bit to go over the top and it was under my runner tape. So if you want to leave it like that, you can. If you want it a little bit more decorative, take your semicircle that you cut from your dies, run some adhesive over it, over the back, or the bit that you've chosen to be the back, and just decide how far you want it to come down, but just make sure this bit doesn't poke through the top. So as long as that doesn't poke through the top, you can adjust it how you like. And I think I'm going to put mine there. So there is our number 6. There is our number 5. So you can see they're coming together really nicely. And at the end of this series, it'll be early next week now, the way things are going, I will do 2 more projects. One to show you how to make them into stencils, or templates rather, and then another one to show you a project. So we're going to put, not obviously all of them, but some of them into a project. And so that's what we'll do then. But that's our projects for today, a number 5 and a number 6. And when you come back tomorrow, we will be making a very, very easy number 7 and a very, very easy number 8. So do come back tomorrow for the next in our series of our Nestie numbers. And thank you for those who've commented. Thank you to those who've said that you're enjoying this series. It's a pleasure to do it for you, and I'm really enjoying it myself. So I will see you tomorrow with number 7 and number 8. In the meantime, take care everybody, have fun, and as always, happy crafting. Bye bye for now.